would really like to know that how was your career journey, and how did you make the leap to the leadership level?
Sure. Like I said, I started my career with G. I started as an individual contributor. Back then, we used to code up in SaaS. We did not have the open source programming languages, right? So SaaS was our bread and butter. And I used to work in a consumer finance business of G, where we were responsible for identifying, customer risk and proactively mitigate them through different risk and collection strategies, right? So basically that is how we started. So a lot of learning about the business. I think it was important to learn about the business before, and I will emphasize this a lot, because I think while we always look at the shiny penny, which is essentially the cool things around algorithms, and but I think it's important to keep the business context in mind, and formulate your problem accordingly, because many a times we've seen that people solve the wrong problem, right? Because they have not paid heed to what is uh, the right business. So asking the right business questions, asking, if you did not do this, then what would impact, right? And if you did this, obviously, how are you going to measure, right? I think some of these questions are very important for you to formulate the right kind of problem, right? So I think G was a great place for us to learn, really, and a lot of good, I would say, peers and partners, right, on the way, long-lasting relationships. And gradually, I started leading teams, right? So basically, started with leading a very small team, and started understanding about how to manage a team. It was more like a manage and not really lead at that time. And then climbed up the chain gradually as I moved to HP. Started incubating a function, building a team from scratch, and building that competency over a period of time, right? So and then initially, at Target, I used to lead a very large team, right? I mean, I had all functions of analytics reporting into me, right? So like you had testing and tagging, you had data engineering, you had analytics, you had data science, which we incubated. Um, and then gradually, I actually started specializing. So I moved away from being a general purpose leader, and started looking at more specialization. So that's how I started with data science, and obviously my background in statistics, and all the work that I had done before in GE and HP helped. But it was obviously very new to all of us, because we were moving from so-called statistical modeling to predictive modeling to machine learning and deep learning, right? And it was a learning continuous learning journey for a lot of us, right? And this was the beginning of my journey in this AI world. I would say about 10 years back, when we incubated the first data science team out of India at Target. And then, like I said, we had to unlearn a lot of things. You have to relearn. And initially it was overwhelming, because you had to learn a lot of new things, right? I mean, your programming languages are different, your computations are different. You're looking at a distributed computing setup right now. And then obviously, the plethora of machine learning algorithms that were new to us, right? Including in the areas of natural language processing, computer vision, etc. So this gradually, through this learning and continuous learning process, building products at scale, right, and showing results. I think that's how I went on with this journey. And with my recent role, I lead the entire data science function out of Tata Digital, right? Where personalization is a very important product. But yeah, this has been my journey so far.